Good afternoon. Welcome to Brother Roberts Field on the campus of Beverly High School. As we see a non-conference tilt between the Beverly Panthers and the Raiders of Central Catholic coming out of the Merrimack Valley Conference. I'm Rich Francis with Al Visnick, and again with Dom still jet-setting around the globe. We got a special guest in the booth with us, Griffin Francis. Last year's NEC All-Star, All-Conference from the Beverly Panthers, Griffin Francis. How are we doing today, gentlemen?
Doing fantastic. It's nice to have the warm weather again. I know that you think that Dom is the bad luck charm.
Yeah, we needed Dom to go to the crossroads of the world, Istanbul.
Nice and sunny, but wind's going to be a factor. Flags blowing in right now. We'll see if things change during it. Great to have afternoon baseball game. Getting warm.
Yeah, so we got ourselves a pretty good Division I matchup here. We got the number 22 Beverly High Panthers taking on the number 5 Central Catholic Raiders.
Griff, you played against Central Catholic last year on the road up at Necco. What do you remember from that game?
That game was an absolute dogfight. Ended up going into extra innings where we eventually ended up pulling it out thanks to some clutch hitting and some very timely pitching by Anthony Mastriani. I'm looking to see a lot of it today.
And on the bump for the Panthers, we got Micah McManus. McManus starts off with the ball. He faces Josh Florence, the shortstop for Central Catholic.
Yeah, Micah has been a real gem for Coach John Cahill, logging a lot of really strong innings so far for the sophomore lefty.
That's ball 2. You wonder if that wind may be having an effect on that, on his control.
Yeah,
Upstairs.
Might be a little bit, and big opponent too. Like you say, ranked 5 in D1, latest MIA power rankings. Maybe could be a little bit amped up there. Everything's high so far.
And he gets that one in for a strike. Strike one. 3-1's the count now to Florence. Again, that wind should reduce the deep balls today. But that doesn't need to be a deep ball. It's a base hit up the middle. Central Catholic gets their first runner on base. Now coming up to the plate, the right fielder, Will Norris. Norris, good-sized kid. Stocky. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the on-deck batter is the stocky dude. That's the first baseman, Nathan Kearney, will be up next. Fastball on the inside for strike one.
Norris comes in batting .342 on the year in just about 50 plate appearances.
That ball is hit to right, deep ball, and he's going back. That's over his head. He couldn't get to it. And that's going to be a double at least. They're going to hold up the runners. Right fielder there took an angle. Looked like it was going to drop, and then just kind of kept on carrying.
Yeah, he made his initial break towards the gap, and with that ball coming off a right-handed bat, was going to naturally tail towards the line, and I think that's kind of what got him, because that's the path it took.
Yeah. So we got runners on second and third. Infield's corners are playing in. There's the stocky Nathan Kearney, the first baseman, left-handed hitter. Man, it's going from the windup. It's going to be a ball outside. 2-0. We've seen a lot of times that pitch be called for a strike. Not today, though, it looks like. Fouls it off.
Hate to be critical of the officiating, but the strike zone appears to be more reasonable so far.
Yes. More like the rule book states, it seems.
Although it was called both ways last outing. A fear for a handful of batters, for sure.
That's another foul ball. Evens it up at 2-2. Coach Jeff Downey's here for the game, Griff. You see him right over there. Basketball coach. Big fan of Beverly sports. See him down here an awful lot. That's a fly ball. Left fielder's going to come in. It's going to be a tough one. That's going to drop in front of...
what?
So the third baseman went to be the cutoff. The shortstop went over to cover third base, and the ball actually landed just outside the infield.
That wind really ate that alive.
Yeah.
Completely fooling the Panther infield.
That ball looked like it was going to be a tag-up situation, and now we get a infield single off of that.
And bases
loaded.
Corners look still up.
Brady Rickenbach, the catcher. That's in there for a strike. 0-1's the count. Corner's in. Double play depth in the middle. Another fly ball to center field. Noah Guanci gets over there. Noah getting himself set up to throw deep, and they're sending him. Noah with the throw up the line. Can't get it. Nobody's going anywhere, so the run's going to score on that. Now Visnick's going to try to appeal that.
Safe.
And he's safe. Okay, so the sac fly gets the run in. Central Catholic goes up 1-0. Jack Savio, the DH now. First and second, 1 out. Stiff wind blowing from center field, as you can see in the flag. Madison there for a strike. 0-1. At least it's nice and warm with this wind. Early season, it's 50 degrees, and then you get this wind. That's going to be a single to left field. Francis Martin gets over, makes the play, throws it in, hits the cut, loads the bases up again. Charlie Antonopoulos coming up with the bases loaded. Central Catholic came into this game looking to swing the bat, it looks like.
Yeah, they certainly have done that, showing why they're the number 5 ranked team so far. But 1 out away from minimizing the damage. Let's see what the Panthers can do here.
Strike one. On the outside corner. Antonopoulos, the third baseman. Timeout. It's called.
Oh, only 1 out. My
one out. Correct, yes.
I was wondering why the corners were still up.
Another single the opposite way. They're going to send them. They're going to hold the runner. It's another run in. Makes it 2-0. I'm going to guess Central Catholic came in knowing McManus was going to be around the strike zone, so get ready to swing.
Yeah, 5 hits in the first 6 batters.
Now batting the pitcher, Tyler Normandy. As Coach Malaya goes out to have a little talk with Micah.
I think Catholic has done a good job of hitting the ball the other way so far. Seems like McManus has really been trying to force the outside issue, and they're just taking every ball with it.
Yeah, going with it. Up, here he comes, Griff. This is your buddy, Peter O'Brien's in the house. Beverly High's #1 sports fan, Peter O'Brien. All right, so the pitcher, Tyler Normandy. Beverly looking for a ground ball here. Maybe they can spin it into a double play. That's in there for a strike. McManus again working that outside corner.
Yeah, he's really throwing a lot of first pitch strikes after that first batter that he went down 3-0.
Foul ball, that's going to be out of play. McManus ahead of the count, 0-2. Mike could really use a strikeout right here. Gets the ground ball. Reyes gets to it. Over to second. Nice pick by Petrosino there. Run scores on the fielder's choice. Nice play by Reyes, ranging over there.
Yeah, that was a tough play from the get-go. John had to go deep in the hole with that. Ian thought that he might have a chance to cut that off, but that was too far. and having to make that off-balance throw. Great pick by Logan Petrosino to save an out as the Raiders record their 3rd run here in the 1st inning.
So that's an RBI for Normandy. With Jake Bartlett coming up, left fielder. Throw over to first. That's going to be in there for a strike.
Really working that outside corner today.
Yeah, he's really not throwing much inside right now. Strike 2. You know, it's interesting. He's working the outside corner, but the infield's not necessarily playing for an outside pitch. You know, if you look at the second baseman.
I'm interested to see if they change that up next inning.
Foul ball. Came a little further inside on that one. 0-2 is the count. Well, I have noticed Beverly, they tend to have the second baseman play in that spot almost all the time, especially with a runner on first. That's upstairs, ball 1. Yeah. Runners on the corners.
That's definitely Logan's responsibility on the steal, especially if they're going to go through. So
yeah. Outside, ball 2. 2-2 now.
Good idea to see if he can get him a chase with just a little more.
Little love connection here, 2-2. And just out of Visnick's reach, gets another run in. Had him reaching out for that. Not a bad pitch by Mike on that. That did a nice job hitting that, though. Now the number 9 hitter, Sean Mercury. Name like that, you hope he's fast. The messenger of the gods.
You went with Greek mythology. I thought you might go more with Queen.
Queen,
yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah. I don't think...
keep us guessing here.
You know, Freddie Mercury lived fast, died young, but I don't know if he was fleet of foot. That's in there for strike 1. First and second, 2 outs. Ground ball up the middle. Reyes going to get it. Makes the play over to first to get out of the inning. Finally, after 9 batters. Central Catholic picking up 4 runs as they bat everybody that inning.
Amazingly, I had Micah for only 29 pitches despite facing 9 batters.
You know, he was around the strike zone.
He sure was.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the other guys, but you're going to have to make some adjustments with that. For sure.
You know, we talked the other day about the mantra for this team. Al's mantra, if you will. Win every inning. So down 4, it's going to be difficult to win this inning.
Yeah, the only good thing we have to say about that, it was the first inning in the ball game, so we have 21 outs ahead of us.
Right,
so,
yeah.
And this lineup is fully capable of posting up their own run. So we're going to get a look here at the starting pitcher, Tyler Normandy, who did have an RBI and a fielder's choice earlier. And where Central Catholic is playing their 4th game in 4 days, and it appears as though they have 3 of their pitchers not eligible to throw today. We will see.
And this being a non-conference game too, we don't really know what pitcher this is in that rotation. And they do have a big game Monday against Andover, a conference game. So.
Yeah, I always, wonder about things like that, and then wonder about the depth and, the fairness of playing the private schools in this,
Right.
So, there's guys who are going to travel from outside the community to attend Central Catholic, and so it'll be interesting to see. I assume that they have some pitching depth, and we'll have to see how the Panther bats prevail.
Yeah, that is really probably the biggest difference between
5 in Division
the
I.
publics and the privates is the pitching. Every team's going to have good hitters, but the private schools tend to have a lot more pitching depth. Because you got to figure, the public schools, those are the kids from their town.
Yeah, one other question I had when I was taking a look at the schedule that Central Catholic plays, unless there was a mistake in the website I was looking at, they have 22 or 23 games compared to our 20. So
yeah.
I thought there was a ceiling for all the teams that was equal.
Well, you're allowed to play one extra game. They may have an endowment game as well.
Gotcha, like a tournament type of thing.
Yeah. We know Beverly's basketball team has done that the last couple of years. That's in there for a strike to Devin Koloski. Strike two. And, Al, you bring up the private schools, and, these are private schools that are in the MIAA as opposed to the NEPSAC teams.
Right.
Fouls that one off.
That one looked like it had a little bit of a late bend to it. Devin was able to foul that off.
Koloski's been batting in the cleanups, the leadoff spot the last couple of games. Get some speed out there on the baseball in the dirt. 1-2 is the count.
Devin also a member of this year's Panther soccer team in the fall.
Okay. Another one of those multi-sport athletes. That's going to be over. Nope, maybe not. Nope. Second baseman's able to make the play.
The second baseman maybe learned a little bit of something from Beverly there. That certainly looked like that was going to be dumping into the outfield, and he stuck with it and made the catch just a few feet off the infield dirt.
Mercury using that speed to get out there. Number 2 batter, second baseman Logan Petrosino. Logan's going to hit one over to the shortstop. Out number 2. Now Normandy keeping his pitch count down so far through the first 2.
That was another ball that was a little deceiving when it came
I
off
thought
the
that was
bat.
a base hit when it left the bat. With a name like Normandy, I'd give him the nickname D-Day.
I like it.
Ball outside. Ian Visnick, the third baseman, one of the senior captains, on Petrosino, and a few other guys we'll mention later. Ball 2. 2-0.
Yeah, Ian checking with the umpire there. He did put his right hand up on the first pitch, but I think he was pointing to the direction of the ball.
Yeah. Ball 3. I have noticed the umpire, he calls the strike verbally, then gives the signal. So the batter and the catcher know exactly what it is anyway. 3-0 count now. Visnick showing some patience up there. And it's going to be a ball. Ian takes the walk. Panthers get their first base runner of the day. Now we got Francis Martin. Martin had to run a long way to have a ball drop just outside the infield earlier in the game. Playing left field. Ball in the dirt. No go. Nice stop by the catcher there. Brady Rickenbach.
Fran had a base hit and squared up another ball in senior day here when we were last on air on Friday. Thursday. Because it was the junior prom Friday. We couldn't play baseball. That's 6 balls in a row.
Mm-hmm.
See what Fran does here, if he's taken or going to be aggressive.
Ball 3. 7 in a row.
I like the fact that after seeing the first few batters, they've started to really work this pitch count.
Yeah, he only threw 5 pitches to the first 2 batters, and now he's followed 7 straight balls. So Fran, I'm guessing, is going to be taking here.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Also, given how the top of the first went and the longevity of it for the Raiders.
Walks him. Ball 4. 8 in a row. Charlie Salerno, the DH, coming up now. We're going to see a little discussion at the mound here.
Big team meeting.
Yeah.
Everybody in.
Bring everybody in. Outfielders go have a little talk in center field.
And center field talk.
Griff, you're an outfielder. Generally, when this kind of stuff happened, did you feel a little left out?
No, okay. I mean, you walk over to your center fielder and your right fielder, because I played left field, and have a really brief conversation. It's not left out as much as just why did I walk all the way over there for a minute and a half of talk, but you get used to it after a while.
All right, so we got first and second, 2 outs. The DH, Charlie Salerno, number 5 hitter, coming up.
It's now
Ball number 9. Well, you know, I don't know, Al. Are they going to be able to warm somebody up with all those fans in the bullpen?
Fans sitting in the bullpen.
And he gets himself a strike, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a strike. Okay.
Looks like his strike call is more back towards the pitcher, I think, with his right hand.
Salerno with a big swing there.
Charlie did not get cheated on that one.
1 and 2's the count. First and second. 2 outs.
I'd like to see Visnick and Martin get a little bit of bigger leads on the bases.
I think they'll get the big secondary lead. There goes Ian. He's taking off a third, and he's going to steal third.
Jump.
Nice and easy. Nice read right there by Visnick.
Did you have a helmet mic in there, Griff? Coach and Ian there?
Great minds think alike, I guess.
Although I don't think Fran was expecting that.
I don't think so.
Still standing on first base. That was a ball, right?
Yep.
So 2 and 2.
2-2, 2 outs, first and third. Oh, got that outside
that
strike.
Was
that
a little bit of a generous call.
Yeah. Catcher was set up right in that spot. He hit the target. Sometimes you don't have to throw it over the plate if you hit the target. So at the end of 1, we got 4-0 Central Catholic. Panthers couldn't win that inning. So now it becomes chip away.
If I recall correctly, last year when we played Central Catholic, we went down really early and by a lot. I think we were down 7-2 at one point going into the 3rd inning, and then they didn't score another run the rest of the game.
That was Anthony Mastriani's debut, I believe, wasn't it?
That was his debut.
Yeah. Masterful relief appearance. He went the rest of the way, if I remember right.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Pitched a heck of a game.
He gave up 3 straight batters to lead off the bottom of the 7th.
And got out
of it with no runs. Before we finally broke through in top of the 8th inning and put up 2 runs before he shut the door.
Big play by Nick Fox at first base.
Big play by Nick Fox
at first base, is that right?
To record the 3rd out. He had a really nice pick play. Definitely saved the game for us. I mean, he doesn't make that play, I think we lose the game.
All right, so just like we started in the 1st inning, Josh Florence, the leadoff batter, leading off the inning. Breaking ball in the dirt.
So right away we see an adjustment there from Micah going to the breaking ball instead of the first pitch fastball in the outer half.
Yeah, he really hadn't thrown too many breaking balls.
Like a straight change there.
Strike right there, 1-1.
Another changeup got him out in front.
Martin back.
Oh, where's the wind when you need it?
No, that ball just carried over Fran's head. That's a double for Florence.
And boy, the wind just went still as a whisper.
Yeah. The wind not doing the outfielders any favors today.
Great sequence by Micah. Really had him out on the front foot there. I'm shocked how that ball carried.
All right, so we got Will Norris coming up. Norris had a
double and scored a run.
Double and a run.
On a ball hit over the right fielder's head.
Yep. right center gap. That ball is going to get into the gap. It's going to be at least a double. Run's going to score. They might send him there. They're sending him to third. Got a chance, and he's in there safe with the triple. Norris showing some pretty good wheels getting around third base on that. Noah Guanci made a nice play getting to the ball. But Norris just had more speed. So that'll knock another run in, make it 5-0. Upstairs, ball one. You know, one of the things we mentioned both these teams, their rankings, one of the things in the power rankings is the margin of victory. A pass ball. I'm sorry, wild pitch. That'll score another run. Make it 6-0. Margin of victory is it's capped at 5 runs. So, you know, when you play in games, you want to win. If you can't win, you want to keep it under 5 runs.
Yeah, and the 2 losses that Central Catholic have is 2-1 and 3-2 games.
Ground ball, second base. Petrosino can't make the play. That's an error. Runner gets to first base on that. That was Nathan Kearney. Now batting the catcher, Brady Rickenbach. Now McManus pitching to contact here. Was hoping to get that out, but couldn't get it.
Brady had a sacrifice fly to the center field to Noah Guanci. It's the last at bat.
Ball outside. I can't see the bullpen, so we don't know if they're warming anybody up. Throwing over.
Yeah, Beverly has 3 games next week, Rich. A Monday, Wednesday, Friday scenario, with Monday being a non-league game against Pentucket.
Yeah, and Pentucket, the foul ball. Pentucket, what are they, 3-10, I think you said earlier? So,
yeah, I believe that's what we have for them. And then Wednesday and Friday will be the last 2 conference games, with the Dunn championship hanging in the balance for the Panthers against Marblehead and Danvers.
Foul ball. So you wonder what Coach Cahill's going to do with this pitching rotation. Monday, you know, you're probably going to see a guy who hasn't gotten a start in a situation like that.
Yeah, I would think that he's going to be saving Noah Guanci and probably Anthony Mastriani for the Wednesday-Friday matchups. And we'll see who we see today. Connor Conley has been throwing well. Matt Roy. We've had some innings by Graham Gavin. Fran Martin has thrown a little bit, but not a heck of a lot.
Struck him
Climbs
out.
the ladder and gets his first strikeout of the day.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they brought anyone up from the JV squad. So. Outside. McManus wondering why he didn't get that call.
This is Jack Savio, the DH, who singled in the first inning and scored a run.
Yeah, it's a foul ball. Over into the bullpen.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah. Yes, that's the preferred seating area today.
Special passes required.
Okay, that's one of those tough ones between left and short, and Martin makes the catch as Reyes dove at it, but Fran makes the play.
That ball had shades of the ball that Nathan Kearney hit back in the first inning.
All right, so we get 2 outs. Charlie Antonopoulos coming up, third baseman.
Single and RBI.
Wait for your center fielder to get back out there. Good lead over there at first base. Throwing over. Keeping him honest over there. Now, Griff, you had pointed out Central Catholic doesn't seem to steal too many bases.
Not a very aggressive base running team. Only 17 stolen bases in 14 games.
Ball outside. Now, they play a pretty good schedule, so you wonder if it's a product of facing teams. You know, it's Catholic private school team, so you may have some catchers who've got really good arms over there. That's a foul ball.
Could be a mixture of that. Could be a mixture of just letting their bats do it, trust their hitters, as opposed to giving up potential free outs on the bases.
Yeah, with the way they're swinging the bat today, if this is their normal modus operandi.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on him. 1-2.
You know, that's a big sabermetric thing that doesn't always apply to high school, but does in the pros, with taking the risk of stealing bases and making outs, not giving away outs with sacrifice bunts.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Yeah, at the high school level, it is quite a bit easier to steal bases, I think, because you don't always have catchers with cannons back there. That's a foul ball. Pretty much, if you're playing catcher in the major leagues, you've got a really strong arm.
And then the ability of pitchers to have the slide step and
timeout there.
Did the umpire actually grant him time? I guess so. Otherwise, they would call the balk.
Otherwise, it would be a balk, right?
Strike. No.
Nope. Ball's dirt.
Just a
full
little
count. 2 outs. Runner will be going on the pitch. Let's see if he throws over here. Okay, they're not even holding him. Runner is going. Fouls it off.
3-2 with 2 outs, right?
Yeah. With a lefty, maybe you try to catch him napping. McGrath getting a little closer to him there. Kind of keeping the base a little. There he goes. Ground ball, Visnick makes the play over to first. Gets out of it there. 2 more runs on the board for Central Catholic. Make it 6-0. So Central Catholic came in here saying, let's just swing the bats, boys.
It's looking like it's worked so far.
Yeah. Well, again, like we said, you know, Micah's had pretty good control. He's been around the strike zone.
Yeah, 8 hits in the first 2 innings for the Raiders, so. A couple of miscues to aid along, but they're really swinging the bat well. See if the Panthers can claw a couple back this inning, as Casey McGrath will lead off the 2nd inning, the first baseman, followed by the Noahs, Guanci and Staffier, and the 9th batter in the order today, Jonathan Reyes.
J. Ray. Very few clouds in the sky.
Wind seems to have picked up in time for the Panthers to bat. That was very. I still can't believe that ball that was hit to left field traveled like that.
You know. Well, you know, when the game started, it was blowing straight from center. It seems to be blowing left to right now a little bit. It's a beautiful look right there at that flag out there. Old Glory.
I believe we have the 2-camera view again today,
we do.
Rich, is that right? I hope everybody in the BevCam audience is enjoying that. Broke out the center field camera in Thursday's game for Senior Day.
Yeah, we got lead cameraman Mark Lehman over here with us. Mark, who's out in center field on the camera? Tim Hezzy. Tim Hezzy. Yeah, okay. There you go. Great. So,
not to be confused with the midfielder from Crystal Palace who scored today.
Foul ball by McGrath. Casey doesn't bother waiting. See, good pitch, hit him. 0-1's the count now. Not as busy here on a Saturday as a regular day. Not much going on over on Frank Forty Field there. McGrath, ground ball, third baseman, gonna have to make a play. Casey getting down there, and he gets himself a base hit.
Tough hop, tough backhanded play for the third baseman, but I got to give that a hit in my book. Griff, what do you say?
Definitely a makeable play, but not an easy play, so I think I'd have to agree and give it a hit.
He knocked the ball down. It wasn't a very hard hit ball, so it gave Casey a little head start before the third baseman got to it. All right, so now we got Noah Guanci, the center fielder. It's in there for a strike. Strike one. 0-1's the count. High fly ball. Going to get
Wind's going to push that, though.
And the shortstop's going to get over to it. Stays in bounds.
Excellent range.
Excellent range. Nice job knowing where he was, not letting himself carry over into...
Again, that ball coming off a left-handed bat was going to continue to travel that way towards the line. And
shortstop Florence making the play.
John Florence covering a lot of ground. Also the leadoff guy, so gives you some indication that he probably has above average speed.
Yeah.
He certainly covered a lot of ground to get that one.
Probably a pretty athletic kid, too.
He's committed to Stonehill for baseball next year.
Stonehill now a Division I program.
Yeah.
All of its sports transferred over from D2 this past season.
I was in there for a strike. We got Noah Staff here, the catcher. Got him leaning. Nice quick move over there.
I know we have David DiPietro is running track there, a Beverly High School class of 2022 alum.
Jordan Irvine's playing football over there.
Also a 2022 alum.
Ball outside.
2020 alum Merge Malumba just transferred from Stonehill to the University of Delaware.
Really?
The Blue Hens.
Blue Hens.
Yes, sir.
Formerly in the Yankee Conference in 1AA back in my previous lifetime
Ball
as
outside.
the football athletic trainer at Boston University back when the Terriers had a football team.
Really? Okay.
Was able to cover a game there that Rich Gannon was the quarterback for the Blue Hens.
That's right. Okay. That was quite some time ago.
Rich, I'm getting up there, kid. Noah Staff here draws the walk.
So, Al, were you involved when Bill Brooks was playing there?
Absolutely. I was Bill Brooks's trainer when Bill played there. Bill attracted a lot of attention in the from professional football scouts.
Yep.
And, of course, became a draft choice and made the NFL All-Rookie team for the Baltimore Colts. And then Bill enjoyed
foul ball by Reyes.
A fairly lengthy career and was productive with Buffalo Bills as well.
Yep. Yeah, my brother Mike was had an opportunity to play at BU with some of those guys. Gary Walker, another NFLer, played on that team.
I was also Gary's trainer as well.
There we go.
Your brother was on that team?
He was a freshman when Billy Brooks was a senior. Yeah. Red shirt, freshman.
I was probably his trainer.
Probably. Did get injured, so that year.
Also on that team in that era from Gloucester was Rob Bushy.
Robert Bushy, yeah. He was my brother's offensive lineman when my brother was a quarterback.
Bush is now works for Boston University and receives the gifts, if you will, as a mortician when brains are donated to Boston University's neuroscience program that is studying CTE and is on the cutting edge of all the leading research.
That was a ball inside to Koloski. Yeah, I actually bumped into Rob Bushy a couple weeks ago. That's going to be a foul ball. Interesting, Al, if you talk to Beverly High football players back when my brother and Bushy and those guys were playing, they'll have some stories for you. Some classic battles between those two teams. Sean Barrer, one of those guys. All right, so we got first and second. Devin Koloski up now. As Al and I were doing lots of reminiscing just now. Ball in the dirt. Okay.
Good dirt ball read by Casey McGrath. Scampers over.
Yeah. Yep. So we get first and third now. 2 outs.
2 down, yep. 2-way.
So let's see if they send him here. Not going to send him. Foul ball. Skolowski fights that off. So Beverly able to get to the top of the order in the second inning anyway. Runner goes. Little squibber. And everybody's safe. Run scores. Skolowski's safe at first as Normandy can't get the pickup to throw it over there.
Nice swinging bunt.
Yeah, I think also Stafford going on the pitch may have distracted a little bit.
You know, I think I have an error on that. No, he should have picked that up, right?
So.
It would have been a close play probably at first. But what do you say? Hit, error? What do we got?
You know, I think Devin's going to beat that out.
Okay.
Because it was a slow roller outside.
Thought he might have had a chance getting McGrath at home more than he would have.
Yeah, I actually think that's what he was going to do. So you got a good point there, Griff.
When you picked the ball up, you would have tagged him, Robert.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be a forced play at home. Ball 2 outside for Petrosino. If Logan can get a base hit here, they can maybe get a run in, at least tie for the inning, and then try to get another run and win the inning. 2 outs, first and second. 2-0. Fouls it off. 2-1.
Petrosino suffered a nose injury during pregame warm-ups after he took a bad hop and hit him in the face. Can't tell if he's still wearing it, but he did have something to block the injury from progressing further earlier.
Well, Logan's a football guy, and tough as they come, so.
Pulls that. Can he beat the runner? And they're going to get him out. 3-1 to end the inning. But the Panthers score 1. Get a number in the run column here. Make it 6-1 now, Central Catholic. So now the fans watching at home know an awful lot about Al's career at Boston University.
Well, we could fill some airtime with hockey as well, and
the
number of guys,
lots of players over there.
Number of guys who have their name on the Stanley Cup that were under my watch. So, yeah, back in the football days, when I was a freshman at Boston University, our quarterback was Jim Jensen, who went on and had a great career with the Miami Dolphins.
So he played with a couple of Gloucester guys that I know, Scott Finney and Mark Palazzolo.
And I was going to say Scott and Mark were both there as well. I think they were a year younger, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Mark was 2 years younger.
Yeah, I think Mark was younger than Scott.
JJ. The Yankee Conference was a very competitive 1AA league with Northeastern, which no longer has football, Boston University, UMass Amherst, which now has moved up to Division I, UConn, which now has moved up to Division I, UNH, which stays a mainstay in a strong program in the sub-championship category, or whatever they call that division now.
Yeah. And UNH got a Beverly guy playing football over there.
Duncan
Moreland, yep.
Duncan, who suffered quite a bad knee injury after the season 2 years ago playing basketball.
I hear he's recovered, though.
Yeah, I believe he is.
Ready to play again.
Duncan, one of your teammates, right, Griff, playing basketball at any point? And did you guys overlap at all when you were a freshman?
Played JV. He played varsity.
And his sister Alyssa was playing over at Brown. Had a pretty good season there.
But Duncan, for those of you who probably wouldn't know this, was my goalkeeper for the U12 Beverly Storm that finished third in the state of Massachusetts in the Massachusetts youth soccer back in the day. and he scored a goal for me out of the keeper position.
Of course he did. He's that kind of an athlete. Tyler Normandy, the pitcher, batting now. Normandy had a hit last time, right? I believe. Fielder's choice.
Oh.
Up the middle, Reyes ranging over, makes the play, and he got him.
Nice play by John.
Nice strong throw by Reyes right there.
Good job with Casey McGrath holding the bag as well.
So Micah getting the leadoff guy out for the first time this game. Jake Bartlett, left fielder, coming up. Ball one.
The soccer team I was referring to also had another Beverly High School basketball standout on it. Jack Crowley played for me on that team.
Foul ball. You know, Al, I think you may be able to take some credit for their success as basketball players. Soccer, translate fairly well to the footwork.
Well, it would probably be one of the few when I would be growing up that would give soccer any credit at all. It was a much maligned sport back in my youth.
Breaking ball upstairs, yeah. When we were growing up, it was that was the sport that the athletes didn't play.
It's a different era, though, and
foul ball. That's going to go into the street.
Certainly, our country, the game's come a long way, and if you ask NEC Indoor Track Coach of the Year, Sean Dunleavy, he just loves having soccer players for his middle distance runners.
Sure, yeah. That's going to be a ball to the backstop. Yeah, because they're already going to come into the winter season in pretty decent shape.
Plus, they have that ability to run those, There's fitness is required.
Man, it's another ball up the middle. That's a base hit for Bartlett. It's his second hit of the day. I believe that was Bartlett, right?
Yep. That was.
Kind of looked like it looked like a different number over there. I couldn't tell.
Oh, it wasn't number one? Let's see if we can.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's number one.
Is it? Okay. Sean Mercury up right now.
He grounded out to John Reyes back in the first inning.
To end the inning, that long first inning. Dropping a bunt down. Noah's going to let it go. Try to catch Beverly asleep. Didn't work. Compare this to the last game we had, which was an hour and a half. This game is kind of plodding along. Gotta love those hour and a half baseball games. Throwing over.
I was appreciating the speed of play in MLB last night when I was trying to watch the Knicks Heat game as well as the last couple innings of the Sox game.
Swing and a miss.
Sox pitching change is very quick these days as well.
Yeah. I never really understood if a guy spends, 2 innings warming up in the bullpen, why he still needs to come in and throw a bunch of warm-up pitches.
He has to throw from the mound, though, right?
Yeah, but a different look. I would have to imagine Major League Baseball, they got to have a bit of uniformity on their mounds.
Could be a comfort thing.
Yeah.
I think your sight lines are way different, too, as a pitcher in the middle of the field with 30,000 fans as opposed to...
Breaking ball gets in there for a base hit. Runner's going to hold up at second, excuse me. Mercury with a base hit there. Back to the top of the order. Josh Florence, who made a nice defensive play last inning.
Josh, he sure did. Also has 2 hits and has scored 2 runs. He has a single and a double. It gets his third at bat in the first 3 innings.
First and second, 1 out. Ball in there for a strike. Breaking ball in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1's the count now. Noah hoping to get a ground ball here. Noah Micah. Well, that's towards your car.
Fence saved me, but that's okay. A lot of miles on that bucket of bolts.
Yeah, 1 and 2 now. And a base hit to right field. Koloski comes up throwing. They're going to cut it off to load the bases.
Again, Micah having the Central Catholic batter off balance, but shows you the damage that you can do if you can keep your hands back despite getting out on your front foot. And
looks like
that's a good piece of hitting right there.
Coach Cahill's coming out. We're going to see Connolly, it looks like. And that's going to end his day out there as he leaves 3 runners on base. Connor Connolly coming in. Bases loaded, 1 out. Connor's come in relief a number of times this season. He's done pretty well for himself.
Yeah, Connor also another sophomore like Micah who's just departed the mound. Both guys have been throwing great all year. This is really the first time Micah's been roughed up. But again, you're facing one of the elite. And, he threw strikes and good learning experience, and the future is bright for Micah and the pitching staff with Beverly here with another sophomore coming on the mound. So, these guys, tough experience sometimes when you get hit around like that, but there's always something to learn, and the guys will get bigger and stronger as they grow through these years too. So, just got to kind of chalk it up to a good hitting team.
Yeah.
And take the positives out of it, which I'm sure Coach Millay and Coach Cahill will do that.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. Between McManus, Connolly, and Graham Gavin, you've got 3 sophomores that have already seen innings. So, as you said, the future does look bright.
Yeah, and I've been hearing some good things from the JV squad, standing around, listening to some of the guys talking. Mikey Giello's been throwing well down there, and Braden Haley threw a good game the other day. So, but the Panthers aren't out of this one yet. They're looking to haven't surrendered yet here in the third. Let's see what we can do. We have Will Norris up. Will has doubled and scored a run in the first inning and tripled with an RBI and scored a run back in the second.
Yeah, Connolly hoping to get a ground ball here. Try to spin a deuce. That ball's going to be outside. Ball 1 to Norris. Yeah, Norris had himself a hard hit ball for a triple last inning. Nice stop by Staffier right there.
Tough spot for Connor to come in here. Tough spot for the sophomore or any relief pitcher with bases loaded and just 1 out. Middle infield's back, looking for 2. Corner's up.
Ball upstairs makes 3-0. Be interesting to see if they give him a green light here. I'm going to guess he doesn't, but you never know.
The bases loaded, I'd be surprised.
But you got a guy who, your number 2 hitter, he's a contact guy. And he takes that for a strike. Ball. Yeah, easy for me to say. 3-1's the count. Keeping him honest over at second. I don't think they really thought they were going to get the guy there. Just kind of keep him from getting too crazy on the bases.
That would have been nice to pick up an out on the bases in this situation.
You can see that wind is blowing left field to right field. Yeah, that ball's going to be outside. Staffier with the stop. Buddy walks in the run to make it 7-1.
7.
We don't have a scoreboard.
That run will be charged to Micah.
Yep. Nathan Kearney up, first baseman.
He's singled and reached on an error.
Ball outside. 1-0 is the count. See the corners are in, try to cut it down, get them out at first, home, hopefully. That's going to be a ball 2, down, low. Got ourselves a pretty good crowd here on a Saturday morning. Afternoon.
Yeah, beautiful day in the ballpark. The only thing going wrong right now is the scoreboard.
Yeah. Wonders maybe some of the Central Catholic folks coming from the northern part of Essex County, maybe hoping to grab some seafood or something after the game. Ball 3. 3-0 is the count. Once again, wondering if there's a green light here or not. And the pitch. And he's in there for a strike. 3-1's the count now. 1 out.
Connor will be taking over the goalkeeping duties for the Beverly High soccer team next season.
Outside. Nope. Nice little frame right there by Staff here.
Connor was the backup to his fellow pitcher here, Matt Roy, this past fall season.
We get a full count, bases loaded. Ball deep. Going to get a run in with the tag up. And they're going to cut it off, hold the runners at first and second. That'll score the run there. Kearney with the RBI, sacrifice fly. 2 outs now, 8-1, excuse me. First and second, 2 outs. Rickenbach,
Brady's the catcher, who's had a sacrifice fly to center and struck out so far today.
Little breathing room for Connolly now without having bases loaded here. Ball 1. Rickenbach, the catcher. Griff, I think you said he was class of 26, did you say?
24.
24, okay. Strike 1, making him a junior. 1-1 is the count now. They need to include when they give us the lineup what town these guys are from. Oh, that ball is going to get away out of play.
Oh, through a hole in the netting and into the Panther dugout.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter. The runners don't get more than the one base there. Yeah, there was just that one little hole right there that it found its way through. Two and one's the count now. The wild pitch. Second and third now as the runners moved on that wild pitch. That's going to be upstairs. Ball 3. 3-1. I have to say, as we mentioned, the speed of this game not moving very quickly. At least it's a nice day out. And he's going to get a slow grounder. Visnick scoops it, throws it. And McGrath moving his feet on the bag nicely, making the out to end the inning.
Nice play on both ends. Tough chance for Ian Visnick, needing to make that throw off balance, and Casey McGrath holding that outside corner of the bag and catching it in foul ground to make the play.
That's a nice job by Casey there. A lot of guys will try to stretch on that. Casey realized just switch your feet, get over to the outside part of the bag, and make the play. So the Raiders pick up 2 more. That'll make it 8-1 now. At the end of the top of the third. Let's see, Panthers got Ian Visnick coming up, followed by Fran Martin and Charlie Salerno. And then Noah Guanci, Noah Staffier, and Jonathan Reyes. All right, so that'll close the book there on Micah McManus.
Micah ended up with 67 pitches and gave up 8 runs.
All earned, correct, I believe.
No, I think one of them was unearned.
One was unearned.
Because of the error at second by Petrosino.
Correct, yes. So that's one Micah just tucks away and says, okay, we'll just hide that one away. use it as a learning lesson right there.
I think it's almost better for them to see a team like this real early, middle of the season, than have to be surprised and see a team like this in the playoffs.
Yeah, the other thing about that, I mean, Micah didn't have his best outing today, but he threw strikes. He was around the strike zone.
Did not walk a batter.
Yeah, so
struck out one.
So there definitely are some positives. The other thing you're thinking is this is a really good hitting team that we've seen. So that's.
Rich, as you talked about before with the power rankings and having quality opponents in the schedule, and as Griff, as you mentioned, being a little battle-tested during the regular season with a team that's, got to have to say, at this moment in time, better than you are.
Strike one.
And certainly plays top to bottom in a much tougher league.
Yep.
Is a good thing.
Ball 1-1's the count now.
Ian walked on 4 pitches, his first at bat in the first inning.
And stole a base.
Ian leads the team in stolen bases, I believe. That's going to be a tough one for the right fielder as it just drifts, and he makes the play. Not as tough as I thought it was going to be.
No,
Good
definitely
read by
hung
the
up
right
there,
fielder there.
for sure. Not sure. I think he caught it in foul ground, maybe?
He did, yep. That was, we have a little tough view here. Camera has a little bit better view, but especially with that center field cam, we can switch over to that. That was Will Norris, who we saw has some pretty good speed out there.
Fran Martin also drew a 4-pitch walk in the first inning.
Oh, Martin squaring the bunt. Ball almost hit him. It's in there for a ball as he pulled the bat back. Did not offer. 1-0 is the count. Ball 2 upstairs. Martin still hasn't seen a strike in his 2 at-bats. He's hoping for one right now. He can drive. And he gets one to swing at. And misses it. 2-1 now to count. Normandy just kind of cruising along. Ball upstairs makes it 3-1. Yeah, Normandy's only got 2 strikeouts so far. Strike in there on the lower part of the plate.
Good pitches pitch.
Yes. Yeah.
3-1, that's certainly not the pitch you're sitting on. That's for sure.
Yeah, right. Full count. As Martin seems to have one of those at least a game where he hits the ball out to about the 40-yard line.
Pulls that trigger just a little quick. He had one that almost went out here on Thursday that was just a couple of feet foul down the left field line.
And he struck him out as we were distracted by Max Hemsey over there.
Max and Joey, Joey Parsons, a couple of our high school hoopers, coming to support the baseball guys as they often do.
Yep. 2 outs now. As we see Charlie Salerno, ball in the dirt. Salerno had a K just first inning. On a pitch that was pretty questionable. Salerno getting down
safe.
there, but
we got an error.
Safe.
Well,
he dropped it. He dropped the ball.
Yes, he did. The second baseman threw an absolute howitzer at his head. So I guess we got to give that error to the first baseman. But
I would say so.
In the locker room, I'd be fine in the second baseman. Kangaroo court fine.
Kangaroo court fine. Because he did have, he still had a step on the runner. He didn't have to throw it as hard.
Charlie did force it, though, by getting down the line and gave us a hard 90. So
McGrath with the ground ball. Second baseman redeems himself. Got the out at second in the inning. So Central Catholic winning each inning so far. If we were playing banana ball, they'd be up 3-0. as the Savannah Bananas play a different style of baseball.
Yeah, just a 12-pitch inning there. I have them at 50 pitches for the afternoon. 50 pitches in 3 innings.
Not bad. That's again, if you get guys to swing and hit a ground ball, it's fewer pitches than striking out. So Normandy doesn't look like much of a strikeout pitcher. He's got a couple in the day, but he's letting his fielders make a play, which, as a fielder, you kind of like that, don't you, Griff?
Love it when my pitchers can allow me to do the work.
Yeah.
Sitting in the outfield watching batter after batter get walked is not a fun sight to see.
Hard to keep your focus.
Definitely.
Yeah. And, a lot of times you see errors happen after a few walks in a row like that.
Yeah, baseball is such a different sport from other games. The speed of the play. It really is a game of failure.
Yeah.
Offensively, if you're a 300 hitter, you're considered an excellent hitter.
Yeah.
You've made an out 7 out of 10 times. You have plays in the field. You're not going to make them all. That's why, if you look at Fenway, it's R, H, and E. Errors are kept track of. It's part of the game.
Correct.
And you have to be able to bounce back from those.
So this, we got Jack Savio up. And it's one of the only sports that doesn't have a time limit. Although with the pitch clock now in the majors, it makes it a little different, but that ball's on the side.
Yeah, MLB certainly speeding that up.
Yeah.
Jack Savio, as you said, Rich, is up. He's the DH. He singled and scored a run in the first inning and flew out to Fran Martin and left in the second.
Savio crowds the plate a bit, looks like. I think with the wind blowing the way it is, you pitch him inside. Instead, they pitched him outside, and he gets himself a base hit. Beverly's pitcher's been working that outside part of the plate a lot today. They must have seen something about Central Catholic liking to turn on those inside pitches. And they've been pretty successful hitting that outside pitch, too. So now we got Charlie Antonopoulos, third baseman.
Charlie singled in the first inning and grounded out to Ian Visnick in the second. His counterpart at third base.
That looked pretty good, but umpire didn't think so. Not good enough.
The only guy that counts.
That's right. We can say it's a strike all we want. Doesn't change what the guy's going to call. Calls that one a ball, too.
No.
No?
Late strike call.
Oh, okay. Let's get a ground ball. Ray is going to have to make the play to first, and he's not going to be able to get him. Nice pitch by Connolly there, too. Had him off balance, but infield hit.
Yeah, things haven't quite been going the Panthers' way with the off-balance swing. I think that's 3 of them now that have all gone for hits. 1, 2 into the outfield, and that one of the infield variety.
Yeah, you can't say anything about Reyes on that. He really didn't have much of a chance to make a play. Squaring on the bunt, Normandy fouls that one off.
With the exception of maybe 3 or 4 hard hit balls, every other ball that Catholic's hit has pretty much found a hole in the defense.
Yeah. Normandy showing bunt early on that, as if it was a sacrifice. Not bunting for a hit. That's in there for a strike. 0-2.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they wanted to see if the third baseman would charge, and maybe they could pull a steal off on that, but Ian was holding on that particular bunt defense. That should be strike 3, no?
No, it was a little high upstairs, I think. Well,
I'd like it.
Yeah. You know, the other thing, Al, you start thinking about with a 7-run lead, you're thinking about trying to get this game done early. 10-run rule.
Especially you're playing 4 games in 4 days, and you have a
nice pitch by Connolly right there. There's the inside pitch that they couldn't turn on.
I think he got a piece of that, and Noah Stafford was able to hold on to that. Yeah, tied him up nice inside.
All right, so strikeout gives us 1 out, first and second.
Brings up the left fielder, Jake Bartlett, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run scored. It's got a chance to come back to Noah Stafford here, I believe.
Going to make the catch. Nice job throwing the helmet out of the way, camping under it. Nice read. Good little help from his pitcher there. Gets him 2 outs.
Initially thought it was coming our way, but then it just started drifting back, as it often does.
Again, you see the flag. Wind's blowing in all kinds of directions now. Don't want to be burning your leaves on a day like today. Ground ball, second base. A little flip over to second. They're going to get him 4-6. That'll end the inning. First inning that
they didn't score any runs.
They haven't scored any runs. Connolly doing a nice job after letting the first 2 guys get on base hits. Settle down nicely, get the next 3 guys out. Nice job by Connolly right there. Panthers looking to get a couple runs on the board right now. Chip away, as they say, as Aerosmith once said.
Connor giving his mates a chance there by getting that hold, and Panthers will try to win their first inning of the day. Noah Guanci, Noah Stafford, and Johnny Reyes are slated to come up in the 4th inning for the Panthers. The bottom of the order, the bottom 4 guys providing most of the scoring on Thursday. Let's see if they can get it going and set the table again today. Like you mentioned last season, Griff down 5 runs and started to put something together in the late part of the game to make it competitive. And the Panthers are going to certainly be trying to replicate that coming up here in the 4th.
And I'm sure Central Catholic's thinking about that too.
Yeah, you'd have to say, they were in, I think, a similar situation, being ranked highly, top 10, if I remember right, last year when that happened. So
yeah, I think they were ranked even higher, right? I think they were
maybe 3
at that time.
And baseball's a long game, as you say. So,
that's a testament to this program at Central Catholic. They're always, in that top tier. They don't do very much rebuilding, just reloading, it seems.
I think back before the advent of the power rankings, weren't they often in that Super 8 division?
Yes, I believe so. A lot of people calling to bring back that Super 8.
St. John's Prep, often in it.
Guanci ground ball at second base, makes the play over to first, and they got him. Yeah, that Super 8 was often a lot of private schools and 1 or 2
public schools. That were the cream of the crop, right?
And over a team that we're going to see a little bit later, Central Catholic's going to see they are often in that. They often got in there. Arlington, another team that gets in there as a public school. That's a foul ball coming back our way, and there's your car, Al. Little tattooed ad there. Not enough on it to do any real damage, though.
No glass broken.
Yep.
Nice
breaking ball
curveball
in there for a strike. Yeah, I got my brother on call anytime I need glass work. He owns a glass company down in Gloucester, Seaside Glass and Mirror. That's in the gap, hanging up there enough, and they make the play. Nice play by Kyle Bishop, the center fielder. Haven't heard his name called much, but he makes the play on that one.
No, once again, though, the ball's coming off the Panthers' bats, so just hanging a little bit, and
just a little air, a little extra air under the Beverly balls, it looks like.
Baseball gods have not been smiling on them so far today.
Yeah. Jonathan Reyes, the shortstop. A swing and a miss. Reyes had a K his first at bat. Ground ball, second base. Going to try to beat that out, and he's not going to do that. 1, 2, 3 inning to go quickly for Normandy.
It was 7-pitch inning for that. I don't know you had there, Griff,
yeah,
but
I had 7. Quick and efficient. That's all you can ask for as a coach.
You know, and as we had pointed out, they've played a number of games. What was this, their 5th game in 6 days? And then they play again on Monday, so we're talking 6 games in
8 days.
8 days. So if you can get your pitcher to be pretty efficient, not have to tap into that bullpen, kind of like that if you're Central Catholic.
And speaking of pitches, we have a change on the mound for the Panthers. Speaking of Graham Gavin, sophomore, 3rd sophomore to make his appearance here today. We'll close the book on Connor Conley and give you his totals in a moment.
Gavin's had a few appearances on the mound. He's gotten a start in left field or 2. Again, he's one of those sophomores, the upcoming sophomores. They're going to have some arms next year, that's for sure.
Yeah, Graham came in the first game of the season up in Gloucester and threw a 1-pitch save.
Talking about efficient. Graham's got himself a lively fastball. He's got a couple of other pitchers. Breaking ball, curveball, and a changeup. Speaking of Graham, I don't know if his grandmother Sarah is here or not. Sarah Keeney is a major fan of BevCam Sports Network. So if she's not here, she's definitely watching this game from home. Graham's brother Cooper over at Brandeis. I don't know. I haven't heard much about what's going on. Did he have a...
He's starting to throw again, coming off of Tommy John surgery, unfortunately. But looking forward to next year.
You know, Tommy John was a pretty good pitcher in his day, but it seems like all anybody ever knows him for is that, at the time, experimental type of surgery.
Connor Conley pitched 2 innings, did not give up a run, surrendered 2 hits, walked 1, and struck out 1. He had 2. Ian Visnick down to his left. Just makes the play.
By McGrath. Nice play right there. I think that was a pinch hitter, actually.
We'll catch the number coming back.
I think it was number 3.
That's the leadoff man, John Florence, the shortstop.
Sorry. Okay, never mind.
Excellent play by Ian, getting down to his left and making an accurate throw to Casey McGrath for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it's a really nice play as a pitcher. If you're Graham Gavin, you're appreciating that quite a bit. Strike 1 to Will Norris. Norris has a couple runs scored today.
Trying to go through the memory banks of Graham's appearances. He started against Tingsboro. Left the game, 2-2 game, pitched very well, 5 innings, I believe, and then it was finished by Matt Roy, who came in and got
upstairs.
For those of you who remember Bob Stanley, the Vulture win. With 2
Steamer. Bob Stanley, who lived over in Hamilton for a long time, had a batting cage.
In the parking lot.
Parking lot of the Roller
Palace.
Roller Palace. Yeah, right up the street on Sawyer Road here, which is now self-storage.
I used to love hitting in those cages because he had the old iron mics.
Yes, that's right.
And being a Malden guy and having grown up in Malden, the Orange Dinosaur on Route 1 and the mini golf, I spent many hours hitting off the iron mics up there.
Yeah, the iron mics are actually, I always found easier to hit off.
Well, because you can kind of see the ball being released. Exactly.
Yeah. Gavin ahead of the batter. Struck him out.
High heat.
That'll give us 2 outs here with Nathan Kearney coming up.
Nathan had had a base hit and with an RBI and scored a run in the first, reached on an error in the second, and had a sacrifice fly in the third to Fran Martin.
That'll be foul ball.
Actually, that RBI was from the sacrifice, not from the base hit. My error.
The top 3 hitters for Central Catholic scored 5 runs. That's in the dirt. Nice stop by Staffier right there. Noah Staffier is a workhorse. He's played almost every inning for the Panthers. Had to come out of the game with an injury a couple games ago, but he's pretty much been back there every time. Fly ball, right field. Koloski camps under it, sun in the eyes, makes the play. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Graham Gavin.
Very efficient.
Very efficient. Kept his pitch count down there.
Got 10 pitches there, Griff?
Got 10 pitches.
10 pitch, 1-2-3 inning. Not too bad for Graham. We like that.
Let's go.
It's now back-to-back innings where Central Catholic has not scored a run.
Yeah, Panthers with a chance to win this inning. Haven't been able to win any of the innings so far. Try to do that. Again, chip away whenever you can. Not to harp on the weather, but these slow games, this would have been miserable if this was back in April when we had that cold, miserable stretch.
Yeah, despite the weather, pretty amazing. We have not had a rainout this season.
I know. Yeah, we had a bit of a small sprinkle the other day. Really didn't have much of an impact on anything.
The Panthers will have the top of the order coming up here in the 5th. Devin Koloski, Logan Petrosino, and Ian Visnick. Third time through. So let's see what they've learned in their first couple of bats here.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they're warming anybody up. I'm going to let Normandy run this one through.
I only have them at 57 pitches,
so no need, really. And with so many pitchers ineligible, they're probably just going to let him go. You got a 7-run lead, so see what he can bring us. And he's pitching pretty well, so, there's really no need to think about him doing anything other than staying out there.
I'd like to see the Panthers start trying to grind out a few more pitches in each at-bat.
Yeah.
Maybe tap into Catholic's bullpen a little bit.
Let's go, Doug.
Inside pitch, Koloski with the big swing there. Foul tip. Catcher held it.
Let's go.
0-1's the count.
Nice
Screws
curveball.
that one in for curveball, strike 2. I don't know. I just I'm not getting the enthusiasm from the crowd other than Peter O'Brien here. That ball
got a chance.
Looked like it was getting to the gap, but the right fielder gets over there, avoids the collision. Will Norris showing that speed that we saw when he had that triple earlier. Making the play. Nice play there. Again, Al, as you pointed out, that ball just hangs up there. We've seen Central Catholic with balls like that, but they just don't seem to stay up there as much.
Calls that a strike as that slices across the plate away from Logan.
Yeah, Logan will take that outside pitch, but that one's a hard pitch to reach. Ball in the dirt. 1-1's the count. Kind of looks like the JV game might be over as we see some players out there. Logan over to first base, makes the play unassisted. Kearney with the play, makes it 2 outs. Pulled that outside pitch over to first base. Ian Visnick now.
Ian walked in the first and flew out to right.
Outside, ball 1. Ian's a pretty patient hitter up there. Drives it as the ball hangs up there, and the center fielder making the sliding catch to end the inning. Again, ball just hanging up just enough for the outfielders to make the play. Kyle Bishop making the play out there. 1-2-3 inning again for Normandy. As
8
nobody
pitches.
wins that inning. Normandy pretty efficient out there. Throws strikes. Hasn't walked too many. Just throwing some strikes.
Yeah, not
fielders make the play.
Not overpowering. Only has 3 strikeouts, along with 3 walks. And depending on how you score things, either 1 or 2 hits.
Yeah, right. Something tells me our book may look a little different than Central Catholic.
Well, Casey McGrath's hit was clean, right? And
yeah. So Graham Gavin back out there again. I believe we're seeing, may need the binoculars, but I think we might be seeing Anthony Mastriani out there at center field, left field.
Looks like we also got Tim Carter at first base.
Tim Carter going in first base. Second baseman, you got Devin Kolosky now. We're seeing a few changes out there.
Matt Roy in right field, I believe.
Yep. Okay, so we're seeing a few changes out there. Trying to mix things up a little bit.
You already called out Devins at second base?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. You wonder if that's just get some guys in, or if that shot to the face that Logan had during the warm-ups is having an impact. Rickenbach drives it, and that's the ball. It can't hang up there. Tale of two teams, it seems. Base hit for Rickenbach. Are we going to see a pinch runner for him, seeing that he's a catcher? And yes, we are. You see number 21 for Central Catholic coming in. That's going to be, let's take a quick look, Connor McNamara. Savio up now. That's going to be a strike. Runner on first, no outs. Jack Savio.
2 for 3 so far today with a run scored.
He's got some RBIs too, I believe. Fouls that one off as he tried to pull it back. Couldn't. High fastball. 0-2 is the count now. Takes a look over at the runner. Going the other way with it. Taking that outside pitch for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting right there by Savio.
Just seems like Central Catholic has found every gap so far today that they can find.
Something tells me they spend a decent amount of time working on that outside pitch in the batting cage. Hands back, drive it the other way.
Well, there's a reason they rank number 5th in the state with a 12-2 record.
Yeah.
So
Charlie Antonopoulos, and I'm going to guess most of these guys play an awful lot of baseball during the summer.
yeah, when we talked about the private school programs, you know, guys, depending on what sport they specialize in, will be looking to go in a program that will put them in the mix for a state championship. So yeah, and a lot of guys, as we know, at this stage of the game are down to one sport.
Yeah. Yep. Now that's one thing, you know, we've talked about before. Beverly, a lot of multi-sport athletes, including Ian Visnick, Devin Kolosky, Matt Roy, Connolly, you mentioned.
Petrosino.
Petro, yep. Strike 2. We've probably missed a couple of guys, too, who are playing multi-sports, but
Yeah, I'm sure that we have.
Upstairs. Not many, no basketball players, though, right? Casey McGrath, he played basketball, right? At one point.
Right on the JV team.
Yeah, yep. Well, you know, ball upstairs. It's actually tough. I mean, with the basketball program being as successful as it has, it's tough because those seasons almost kind of carry into each other.
Well, with all of the club sports, AAU club, it's so hard for kids to get the extra and still be a three-sport high school athlete.
Yeah. That's why you like to see these kids who are three-sport athletes succeed in this kind of stuff. And what's the interesting thing about that, Al, you always hear about college coaches like multi-sport athletes. Drives the ball, and he's going to camp under it, catches it, the runner tags. They're going to cut it off. And he's in the third base safely.
Great job and great throw by Noah. I thought John was maybe going to take a shot at that guy trying to tag.
So they'll move the runner over. Got ourselves first and third.
And this is the pitcher, I believe, Jake Bartlett. Is that right? Or is that
Normandy?
It's Normandy.
Oh, Normandy. Okay.
Yep. You are correct. It is the pitcher. High upstairs, first and third. Not running on that pitch. 7-run lead. You're probably not going to see him run unless they're now thinking about, you know, now that we're in the later stages of the game, try to get a couple more runs. Upstairs again, ball 2.
Yeah, there's it's kind of a ticklish issue. You know, you want to finish the game and save innings, but you're trying to respect the unwritten rules of the game without rubbing it in your opponent's face with a 7-run lead. So,
right. Yeah. But again, you know, as we said, runs, you know, margin of victory and those types of things, they mean something now. So if you can,
although whether you lose by
5,
7 or 10, right?
Yeah. Strike one. But you know, if you can get a 10-run thing, you prevent the other team from coming back. So, you know,
that's true.
Like you said, it's a sticky situation. Fouls it off the catcher's head into the backstop. But as we see, they're not sending the runner. They'll take a break, go check him out, make sure his head's okay. No trainer coming out to check on him, so that's good.
Yeah.
Gavin ahead of the count. Fouls that one off. That's going to go into the street. Moving car, and got him.
A direct hit.
Yes. That.
The guy's still looking around.
Yeah, right. The guy probably has no idea what just happened. But he will notice that there's a big baseball-sized dent in his car when he checks it out. Stop by staff here. Check swing safe.
Checks it with the middle umpire.
Full count?
Yes.
Full count. Runner on first, runner on third.
7th pitch of the at-bat. He has his quab.
They may send the runner on this. And they don't.
Fly ball, right field, or second base.
Second base, and no one's going to get it. They get a chance at second, and they got him. Runner's going to score from third, tagging up. They did get the out at second. That ball dropped between second and right, but Matt Roy with the brains enough to know runner at first wasn't going anywhere, so they got him out at second. Gives us 2 outs. Fielder's choice.
And another run across the board.
Make it 9-1. Strike one. Jake Bartlett, the left fielder.
2 for 3 with a run scored today.
Oh, got him. Hit by a pitch. Yep. Seems like a lot of players on the Central Catholic team are 2 for 3 today. I think everybody on the... all but one player has scored at least a run.
5 players as of now that are 2 for 3.
5 players, 2 for 3.
At least 2 for 3.
First and second, 2 outs. And he gets the call, strike 1. Sean Mercury at the plate.
1 for 3.
Okay. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count. First and second, 2 outs. See what Graham's going to throw here. Breaking ball.
Just missed. Great idea, 0-2.
Yeah. Good location, too. Outside, ball 2. 2-2, 2 outs, first and second. 2's across the board here. Deuces are wild. See if the ball gets hit to number 2, Reyes. Nope, that ball's going to be up. Staffy is showing his leaping ability there.
Good ups out of the crouch position to snag that one.
Full count, first and second, 2 outs. Runners will probably be going on the pitch, I'd imagine.
They should be. Could have the inside move and try to pick him off a second.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it, though. Nobody's moving. He steps off, though. Thinking about it. All right, resets everything. Full count, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Runners are going on the pitch. Upstairs, ball 4 to Mercury. That'll bring Josh Florence back up. All right, so I guess we know what his nickname is. Flo.
John has 3 hits today.
Okay.
And has scored a couple runs.
Pretty ideal for a leadoff batter to be like that. As we saw, he's a pretty good athlete. Foul ball and out of play. Over by the brand new shed. Any word on whether they're naming that shed after anybody or not yet?
No word on that.
Like the Tom Donovan shed, maybe?
Ooh.
There we go. Well, I think we just named it, Al.
Coach.
Coach D shed. Balls to Reyes, reaches, makes the play to end the inning. No, with only 1 run scored. Gavin gets out of it with only the 1.
Now guaranteed that there will be no 10-run rule today.
All righty.
However, the Panthers have a large hole to dig out of, down by 8. And kind of interesting statistic on the Panthers season. Brother Roberts Field hasn't been the kindest venue for the Panthers as they remain undefeated on the road. And unless they're able to turn the deficit around, we'll have all 4 losses at their home field.
Yeah, the home cooking has not been too delicious for the Panthers. Didn't like that one, huh?
I wonder if we'll start to see some pinch hitters coming up this year.
Yeah, well, we saw a bunch of changes in the field, so we'll see some of these guys get some at-bats. Looks like we're going to see...
Anthony Mastriani's on deck, right?
Yep. Yeah, so Ian Fisnick...
He went into left for Fran Martin, who should be leading off.
Yep, okay, that's right.
Ian flew out to center.
Okay, so...
Looks like I see Drew Sadowski with a bat down there, Mastro with a bat.
Yep. Tim McGrath went out to the field as well, so he'll be seeing
Tim Carter for Casey McGrath.
I'm sorry, Tim Carter. All right, so Anthony Mastriani getting himself an at-bat here. Anthony hits him pretty good on the golf course, right, Griff?
Yeah, he played on the, I don't know what he did this year, but he did play JV golf last year.
Yep.
I think he was on the conference winning team this year.
He was, yeah. Let's see how he swings that bat. And he hits that one a ton.
That's a charge into it.
The wind holds it up, and he's not going to get to it off his head. He was going to get a double anyway. He's going for 3. Mastro to third for a triple. Mastriani with the triple, getting the crowd up for this one. Got a little help from the left fielder's head on that play.
I got to tell you, Rich, that gave me a flashback to his Sand Gnats days, where he had put that big swing and looped it over everybody.
So he hit it for a drive. The left fielder Bartlett diving for it. And when he dove for it, the ball bounced off his head, gave Anthony an opportunity to get to third base.
Drew Sadowski has now stepped to the plate. He's taking over. It's the DH role for Charlie Salerno.
Normandy in there for a strike. Third baseman's in. Everybody else playing back, willing to give up the run. Sadowski, and they're going to give up the run. Sadowski with an RBI drives in Mastriani for the run to make it 9-2. Anthony Mastriani just getting the bench all riled up over there.
Oh, guys love it. You know, this is a group that everybody pulls for each other. And, of course, Anthony's primary position being pitcher.
Carter fouls it off.
I believe it's only his maybe third rough at bat.
Yeah.
Certainly less than 5 this season.
Yeah, this team's got pretty good chemistry. They get along pretty well, it seems. I haven't heard many stories about dissension or anything, so that's good. Call that a ball or a strike? This is a strike. 0-2 is the count. Tim Carter, another one of the seniors on this team, right? Ground ball. Normandy fields it. Throws over. Out number 2. All right, so we got Noah Guanci coming up. Guanci, we're going to want to keep this thing going. Give some of his teammates an opportunity for an at-bat. Noah Staffier's case, another at-bat. That's a foul ball. Over towards the track. Two outs. No one on. 9-2 is the count. Guanci rips it down first base, and he's going to field it by himself. That'll end that one. But the Panthers able to pick up a run there. Make it 9-2. All right, so let's see. What do we got?
Drew Sadowski will stay in the game and go behind the dish.
Yep.
So I guess that means we lose the DH.
Okay. Looks like we got Matt Roy coming out.
Matt Roy, who was in right field, looks like he has the ball for the 7th.
I'm going to guess Gavin's over there in right field now, I believe. Don't think we need the binoculars to figure that out. All right, so those same changes that we saw last inning are going to stick. No new changes, with the exception of Sadowski and Roy. Wind's picking up again a little bit, blowing into our faces here from center field.
I think Roy would probably hit in Logan's spot, I would guess, because Devin went into second base. And Devin was in right, and Logan came out, so I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably.
Guessing one of the guys will have to get on before Matt gets in it back.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to close the book on Graham Gavin. Try to give you some totals in a minute once I get the abacus out and add everything up. Unless you're already ahead of me there, Griff.
I am not.
Yeah, we're not doing that game changer thing or no AI or anything like that. I know the higher levels, they like to do a lot with computers and algorithms and such, but not so it's the case here.
We're old-fashioned.
Old school, as they say. Like Big Daddy Kane, old school.
I get a Graham for 27 pitches. 1 run, 2 hits. Oh, he pitched 2 innings. I'm sorry, 37 pitches. Graham pitched 2? Yeah. Right, 2. 37 pitches. He had a strikeout, he had a walk, he had a hit batter, gave up 1 run and 2 hits in his 2 innings of work.
Wind's really picking up now. You can probably hear that at home. Hopefully the filters on these mics filter it out a little bit. Ground ball, Visnick diving from his knees. Can't make the throw, though. That'll be a base hit.
Just couldn't get himself up.
No. May have hurt himself on the falling down after making the throw. Shaking up a little bit. That was...
Lost his laundry there. Glasses, hat.
Yeah, right. That was Will Norris.
He was now 3 for 3, or 3 for 4 on the day with a walk.
Nathan Kearney up, the first baseman. Strike 1. Yeah, I think Ian's still trying to shake that off a little bit. He would never tell you, though. Breaking ball outside. You know, we use the term dirt dog. Ian really falls into that category.
Well, that's why my wife taught him how to do his own laundry. So.
Ground ball. Carter can't make the play. And they're going to send him to third. The throw from Gavin cuts it off. All right, so we got first and third. As Norris just kept on motoring over to third on that play. Coach talking to him over there. All right, so the first 2 runners on base. Right.
Yep.
Is this a pinch hitter?
It's a good question.
Does not look like
Does not look like Rickenbach, so I'd have to say we're going to have to take a look at the number and see what we got here. That's number 14, Cam Jankowski. Jankowski in for Rickenbach, the catcher. Gets himself a strike there. You know, it's probably tough with the talent on a team like Central Catholic to break the lineup. Breaking ball, it hit the runner, but he was in foul territory. So that's just a foul ball.
And that's good baseball. That's why you stay in foul territory if you're the base runner.
So all you kids at home, hope you noticed that. Maybe rewind and watch, see where he was taking his lead. As they say, take your lead in foul territory when you're on third base.
And go back and fair ground. So when the catcher tries to pick you off, it hits you.
Exactly. Well,
or he has to throw around you.
Right. Yes. We don't say that's why, but it's one of those unspoken things. Ooh, little breaking ball there. No need to tag him. First base occupied. Nice little change up there, I think, by Roy. Pulled the string on that one. Jack Savio has had himself a decent day at the plate, as have many of the Central Catholic batters. 1 out. Breaking ball in for a strike.
Savio's 3 for 4 today with a run scored.
Ball in the dirt, stopped by Sadowski there. Not to be confused with Dom Savio.
Which is no longer open, I don't believe.
No, it's not. Closed a few years ago. Fly ball, left field between short and left, and Reyes can't make the play. That'll score another run. Another ball that drops in that no man's land. That'll be a hit. Tough luck hit for the pitcher. In the book as a line drive for the batter. Little Texas leaguer there. They've had a couple of those today. First and second, 10-2, 10-1, 10-2. Excuse me, 10-2. Yep. Mastriani scored last inning. Fouls it off. Runner on second, thinking about going to third on that almost. As Roy did not look him back. 1 out, first and second, top of the seventh. Ball upstairs. 1-1. Charlie Antonopoulos.
2 for 4 with hits in the first and the fourth and an RBI.
Inside for a strike. Painting the corner. One and two's the count. First and second, 1 out. Matthew Roy to deliver. Struck him out on the outside pitch. Swinging. 2 outs now. Tyler Normandy, the pitcher, up again, trying to help himself with this cause.
I believe Norman is the only batter from Catholic not to record a hit so far today.
But he does have 2 RBIs, I believe, on his Fielder's Choices, right?
Ball up the middle. Reyes through the wickets. That'll score another run to make it 11-2. That's going to go down as an error, so Normandy doesn't get the hit. And he won't get the RBI on that one, as it's an unearned run. Ball 1 to Jake Bartlett, the left fielder. Bartlett took Use Your Head a little too literally last inning. Drives it to Reyes. Can't make the play. Hard hit ball. Maybe too hot to handle. I'll let you guys score that one. Scores another run to make it 12-2. Matt Roy getting some pitches down the way he'd like to, but just not getting
got his ground balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, ground ball that Ian dove and came up with, but couldn't make the throw. One down to first. Another one
to
here.
Reyes. Try to get him at first, and he can't. That's going to go down as a single, I believe. That was deep in the hole. Really didn't have a chance. There was no chance at second base or third. That'll load the bases up. Tough inning over at short there for John Reyes.
Back to the top of the order for the 6th at bat for John Florence.
Florence, or Flo as they call him, going with the flow today. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Another hit for Florence. You know, in Taoism, they call flow as in being in the zone, and I'd have to say that kid's in it today.
Well, I'd have to say that the bats for Central Catholic in general are in it, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of flow
today. Matt Roy doing a nice job here, and things just aren't going his way. Baseball gods are not smiling on him.
Yeah, a lot of balls that would not be considered hard hit balls dropping in for singles. That's a ball upstairs. First and third now.
Will Norris led off this inning with a base hit. So I think that was the ball that Ian dove for.
Yeah, 4 runs in this inning so far. That looks like it's going to be another single. Drop in front of the left fielder. Another run in. What was once a 7-run game is now just kind of broken wide open. 15-2 now, I believe it is. Coach coming out, talk to him. Yeah, got the first 2 out of 3 batters out. All these runs have come with 2 outs.
No.
No?
First 2 guys reached.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the score book wrong. Yep, okay. But then things just kind of fell apart there.
I've had 5 straight base runners with 2 outs.
That's going to be a strike for Roy. Pretty much no earned runs, or very few earned runs this inning for Matt Roy. And that's another hit past Tim Carter. Couldn't make the play. Ball down the line. Another run's going to come in to score. Make it 16-2. It's a scorekeeper's nightmare right here with all these runs coming in.
Yeah, I think it's the first time in the book I've been keeping that and someone's batted around on us.
Yeah.
So, you know what? If you're going to have one of those days, you want
to outside,
get it out of your system.
Yeah, and again, all
at once.
We were talking about the margin of victory. Margin of victory gets kept at 5 runs, so get it all out of the system now. Follow the ball.
Yeah, the biggest issue with a game like this is the psyche, right? Is having the ability to let it go and get him back to work.
Yeah, the Panthers were on a bit of a win streak here, too, so this will halt that one. First and third. Jankowski up. He struck out his last at-bat.
Yeah, it's a competitive group of guys. I know that it's going to leave a sour taste in their mouth that things didn't go their way. So I'm sure coach and staff will funnel that. And
ball upstairs. Jankowski was the first out of the inning. So he's looking to...
Yeah, he came in as a pinch hitter, right?
Yeah, he's looking to add to the spree. Strike.
3-2?
Full count.
I believe it is full. Yeah, full count. Again, not showing the fist anymore. They must have done away with that, Al. Fouls it off. Off the catcher's mask. Stays alive. 2 outs, full count. Runners not going with the size of this lead. Maybe we need to go back to the cold weather, Al.
Yeah.
Rings him up with the breaking ball on the outside corner. That'll end that tough inning.
Yeah, despite striking out the side there for Matty Roy, number of hits, number of errors.
7 runs, many of which were unearned. All right, so let's see. We get Tyler Normandy back out here looking for the complete game. I think that's him. I can't see the number on the back. Yes. Normandy still nowhere, not really close to 100 pitches, is he?
I got him at 73.
That would be not close.
It's had an efficient game so far.
Yeah. Oh, Griff, today seems like a Scotty dog kind of day.
I think it absolutely does.
You know, people often ask where the best hamburger in town is. I might have to give Scotty Dog the endorsement for best hamburger in town.
Although they are known for a majority hot dogs, they definitely make a very mean garlic burger.
Yes, quite. The garlic burger may be the best. Tiger not enjoying the crowd over here. Hemsey Parsons and Dylan Crowley over there.
Wait, you two already got it since you walked in front of the camera. But now we have Dylan Crowley in the house.
Dylan Crowley having a decent basketball season this year, I hear. University of New England, going to play basketball there? Fantastic. Good to hear.
Looks like we got Graham Gavin up hitting for Noah Staffier.
That's going to be a ball upstairs.
Dylan was also a very good Little League baseball player.
Quite, yeah. Played on that pretty good team that Al was involved in.
That would be the City Series champion White Sox, yes. Dylan, along with left fielder Fran Martin and third baseman Ian Visnick, were part of that crew.
There you go. Gavin, the swing and a miss. Nice to see the classmates coming down to watch the game on a Saturday afternoon. All their options of recreation, they choose to come down and support their classmates.
Great culture here among the athletes here at Beverly High. And like you say, Rich, a lot of support there. A lot of the guys who supported the basketball team.
Rings them up. The strike looking.
And I might be a little bit partial to the fan squad leader who seemed to get a good amount of airtime, courtesy of you and Tommy Donovan.
I got to tell you, Al, what are they going to do next year? Who's taking over that fan squad?
That'll be the question.
That's the big question. Ian's was the leader of that fan squad for a couple of years. Little dribbler off his foot. It doesn't feel so good.
It's hard to find student athletes who attend other games with as much passion as Ian.
Yeah. And choreography.
He certainly knew how to draw a crowd.
Yeah. Al, did Ian's choreography skills come from mom or dad?
Definitely not dad.
So it's Lorinda's choreography skills that Ian gave us for all that spirit.
That's all of that musical upbringing in Detroit, Michigan that she transferred to Ian.
I guess so. Detroit, Michigan. Motor City. Reyes fouls that one off. Jonathan Reyes, he's 0 for 2 on the day. Make it 0 for 3. That'll give us 2 outs. As we see Devin Koloski step up to the plate. Koloski with a single. And what do we got here?
Pop up to second and a fly out to right.
There you go. And a single.
I think I wrote that in the wrong spot.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I'm looking at the wrong book, I guess. That's going to be in there for a strike. Tyler Normandy just cruising. That's going to be a tough one, but the right fielder is going to be over there like he has been all day long. That'll end the game and the suffering for today. Not how you draw it up coming into the game, but you know you're going to have a tough go at it with a Central Catholic team that's number 5 in Division I. I'm going to guess they're, I haven't looked at the Boston Globe, but I'm going to guess they're top 20 in the Globe, top 20.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, they're going to be up there being that high in Division I. Yeah, tough day at the office for the Panthers, but you got to tip your caps. Some games you lose and some games you get beat.
Yeah, and that one you got to give Central Catholic all the credit in the world. They came in with the bat swinging, and they didn't stop until the last out of an ugly inning. 7 runs in that last
on the positive side for the Panthers, some couple of good innings of middle relief there shown by Graham Gavin and Connor Conley.
Yep.
Matt Roy as the starter. Micah McManus didn't give any free bases.
No, they found the strike zone.
They had a lot of tough luck hits, and had some situations where, of course, could have made a couple more plays along the way, but I don't think that would have altered the outcome of this one.
Yeah, that's one you just file it away.
And a well-pitched game. I don't know where he stacks up in their rotation, but if that's their number 4 or 5 guy, Franklin and Taunton are probably going to have their hands full with Central Catholic at some point.
Yep, and we get a lot of wind blowing to end this game as we started the game with plenty of wind. So, again, total score, 16?
16-2.
16-2. Panthers will be back at it again on Monday up in Pentucket. And we'll be back here later.
I believe on Wednesday. Maybe not. Might be Friday against Danvers. Wednesday's up at Seaside Park in Marblehead, as the Panthers are going to have to shake it off, get themselves composed for next week.
Yep.
They have destiny in their own hands now. If they want a slice of the Dunn Championship, then they have to come up with 2 wins on Wednesday and Friday. So they've had a great season so far. This is certainly an anomaly as far as things go, but I'm sure the boys will pick themselves up. The coaches and senior captains will lead them into a new week, take a day off tomorrow, and get back at it on Monday.
Yeah, there you go. So there you have it, folks. Not the way you like it, but hey, you got the rest of the day. Go grab yourself something to eat at Scotty Dog, as Griff and I had already said. And I'm Rich Francis, along with Al Visnick and Griffin Francis, Mark Lehman, Tim Hesse on the cameras. We'll see you next week on next Friday, right here from Brother Roberts Field. See you later.